y'all need pitches?
Yes, please.
Okay.
We do the corral from the soldier's tail.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not able to.
Maybe.
Closer to my heart.
You guys have to get better at singing Bach in tune before I'm handing you Stravinsky.
Yeah, good point. We can play our games.
B minor.
Thank you. Wait, what's an A?
The first bass note is a B.
Wait, I thought it was an A.
No, it's B.
Okay.
It's an A in viola. On that line, it would be. Yeah, because the top line is a G in space.
Should already be
A. Right?
No.
Yeah.
He said it would be an A.
That would be an A on a viola.
Yes, that's what he said. He said it would be an A.
Please,
Okay, what? Listen to the pitches, y'all. No, F sharp for the alto.
wait, what?
F sharp for the alto.
Oh, sorry.
There we go.
Hi, Mr. Fermata. I didn't get the articulation change that I wanted when I wanted it.
Okay. You want overs or secret contras?
I think I want overs.
Okay. By the way, just praise for the fermata before 7, which was flawless. Woo.
So that I'm just
And actually, that was a really good example of a fermata, because when you're doing staccato, obviously you're not going to drag because there's no sound to drag. So she just stopped it dead, and there was like no impetus in her arm whatsoever. So we were like totally in her like iron fist. And then she did this beautiful breath out of it that very, very clearly communicated when to breathe, how fast it was going to go, and the fact that it was going to be returning to legato, all in one gesture. It was just really nice of them.
Are you still good on pitches?
Bass, tenor, alto, soprano. Question for the basses. On the fourth beat of measure 8, did you know where to place your last note?
I think.
That's not a trick question. Well, because she did a fermata there, but it was kind of more of just a stretchy than
Yeah.
an actual fermata.
I think I grooved it.
And I'm not sure you did, actually. Did the two of you move that 8th note at the same time? Did you feel like you had any doubt about how to do so?
No.
That was actually my point. What you did was a successful stretchy, where you got them to place their 8th note together. And you might not have been aware that this succeeded. You got them to place their 8th notes both together and delayed, but simultaneously delayed, within the stretchy, and then you just moved on.
Good job.
If your intention was other than that, then you failed. But if that was in fact your intention, you did it really, really well. So, do y'all know what I'm talking about? Does what I just said make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. What was your actual intention?
I think I forgot about what
The
to
base
do with
moving
the
line?
base notes.
Okay, yeah. Because if you want to actually do a true fermata there, then you have to give a separate cue for the basses,
Mhm.
just like we did on Wednesday with Samba.
Yeah.
So, okay. Were you intending for there to be a breath in measure 3 or not?
Which part?
After fermata.
Yeah, because there's
Okay,
graduation.
all right. Because what we were doing actually was the thing that we just figured out how to do all together, was the one without a breath.
Okay.
Start us again and see if you can get us to take a breath where you want.
Yeah.
And then see if you can get the first note that you want to be staccato to be actually staccato.
Yeah. That was.
Okay. Bass, tenor, alto, soprano. Into staccato
Yeah.
as we were going along. Decide where you really want the first staccato note to be.
Mhm.
Now plan in your head how you're going to grab it.
Okay.
Okay. Bass, tenor, alto, soprano. Good. What did you do differently?
I think I stopped it completely and then change, and so that it can change. I can change the articulation.
Right, exactly. You dragged for a little bit during the heldness of the fermata, and then you stopped, and then you gave us a staccato prep that was very, very clear. So that was the key, and nicely fixed. The other thing that I saw then that I liked is that during your crescendo of the first phrase, there was more weight in the arm, which actually made us do the crescendo much better.
Okay.
Your pattern is probably starting a little bit too high.
Okay.
So, unlike Tom, you might want to move the music stand down a little bit, or step back from it a little bit. You tend to have a little bit of shoulder tension anyway, and when the weight came into your pattern for the crescendo, your shoulders simultaneously relaxed, which let us feel freer of rib cage and diaphragm to give you the crescendo you wanted. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I just wanted, because that was so different from the first 2 times, I wanted to make sure that it brought to your attention. All right, I think we have time for one more person who wants to go.